So as I'm walking towards the room, because I knew that it was still in the house. I just didn't know where D had put it, like where he had hid it. But I knew it was still in the house. So I'm just like, I'm gonna find the burner and I'm gonna keep it on me. But I gotta go. I'm like, I gotta go. I can't. I gotta go. Like, I can't keep doing this to them. I gotta go. So as I'm walking to the room, I hit a click on the camera. And I looked. Sure enough, both cameras was plugged back in. And I'm like, this motherfucker here. Okay. Because in the middle of the night, the doorbell camera was unplugged. Because I got an alert that the doorbell had went offline. And I'm like, he plugged it back up. I hear that click. Next thing, hey, honey. And I looked up at the camera. I was like, hey. He was like, what you doing? I was like, nothing. I'm just getting, I was like, I left my credit card in my nightstand. So I'm getting my credit card so I can go and get some groceries. We need some groceries. And he was just like, oh, you finna go to the store? I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go to the store, get some groceries, and then come back and cook. And he was just like, okay, all right. He said, I'm not going to do my special meal tonight. You can just cook me whatever you cooking for the kids. And I'm just like, okay, all right. I'll do that. I'll do that. And he was just like, okay, I should be home around like 8. And I looked down, it was like 5. And I'm just like, okay. And I was like, okay, let me go, cause let me just go so I can hurry up and get all of this done. And he was just like, oh, and did you find out where all the money went? And I was like, no, I don't know where the money went. And he was just like, well, we got a lot of bills that we need to pay, and we need money in that account. And every time I look at that account, it's pissing me off that it's so low. And I'm like, I'm sorry. He's like, yeah, you've been real sorry lately, so that's why I just allowed you to have your night last night. But I need you to get back on it, Slim. And I'm like, Slim? I'm like, okay, all right, Darren, all right. And he was just like, but don't worry. When I get home, we gonna talk about your actions and we're gonna correct your actions. Okay? We're gonna correct it. It's okay. And I'm like, okay. It's like, cause you wanna be married, you want me to marry you, but you're not showing me qualities of a wife right now because you don't fucking listen to me. And I just need you to stop trying to think and just fucking listen. Okay? And I'm just standing there looking up at the camera like, this nigga talking to me like I'm a fucking child, like I am incompetent, like it is my fault that we are in the red when I've been busting my ass to try to keep us out the red. So I'm like, man, fuck all this shit. Like, nigga, I don't want to marry you. I don't want to marry you. So I don't give a fuck that you don't want to marry me. So I'm just like, okay, Darren, I just see you when you get home. I see you when you get here. And he was just like, and before you think about doing anything, that's going to make me upset, I need you to think about the fact that I love you. You have my kids, I mean, yeah, you let a lot of niggas bust in you and gave them babies, and they weren't deserving of babies, but, you stupid. Still a little stupid, but those are my kids. And everything that we've been doing, this empire that we're building, can't nobody and won't nobody do that with you, because, like, you are just, what's the word I'm looking for? Damaged with a lot of baggage. A lot of baggage that the next man is going to have to unpack. And I'm the biggest luggage of them all. And in my head, I'm like, nigga, you right. You the biggest fucking luggage. You are right. You're right. So I'm just like, okay. And he said another thing. If you ever, because I know that you did, if you ever utter another fucking word about my diagnosis again, that is going to be the last time you mention it. Because you got to think, you want to scream my diagnosis from the top of your lungs, you've been dealing with me. So you tell them I got it, of course they going to think you got it too. And I'm going to say, if I got it, she got it. And then when you try to say your test results and go and show that you're negative, I'll be like, well, if she's negative, I must be negative. And I'm looking, I'm just like, this nigga be making sense when it don't even fucking matter. Like, I don't care. So I'm like, okay, D, all right, okay. He's like, love you. I'm like, love you too. And I walked off. I walked off slow to see if he was still on the camera. I didn't hear anything. So I'm walking in the room. I walk in the room, and then I just start looking all over the room just frantically. I'm just like, look, I know it's in here somewhere. I know it is. So I look in D's closet, because he has his own, like, I have a book closet, then it's my regular closet, and then on the side of the bed where I sleep, it's D's closet. So I'm looking in this closet, just looking, nothing. Couldn't find it. So I'm just like, fuck, I know it gotta be in here. I'm looking on the bed, I'm looking at the nightstand. I'm like, let me look in my drawer, because I wouldn't think to look in my drawer for it, you know, because I wouldn't think that he would hide it in my drawer. So I go and I start looking through my drawers, and sure enough, I found it in the drawer with all of my old Navy PT gear, like my Navy workout gear. I found it tucked underneath my Navy shorts, and I'm like, got it. Snatched that thing on up out of there, put it in the front of my pants, put my shirt over it, because I hadn't took off my scrubs, because every time I leave work, I take off my scrubs in the car and put them in the trunk in my gym bag. So I just had on a t-shirt and my sweats, tuck that thing in the top of my sweats, just like, all right, pulled over my shirt, and I walked out. When I walked out, locked the door, walked down the stairs, got in the car, started to drive off. Jackson was like, where we going? I was like, we're gonna go to Pop Pop's house. We're gonna go to Pop Pop's house. And he was just like, we going to Pop Pop's house? I was like, hold on, let me call and make sure he's there. So I called him. He was like, hey, Kayana, how you doing? I was like, hey, me and the kids are in the area, and I was wondering if you can watch them tonight, because Darian's working late tonight, and I was trying to do my second job, you know, the food delivery job. I was trying to do that tonight, but we don't have anybody to watch the kids, and I don't want to leave them at the house by themselves. He was like, yeah, sure, bring them over. Go ahead, bring them over. Yeah, I would love to see them. You know I hadn't seen my boys in a while. Yes, bring them over. Yes. He was like, are they going to be spending the night? I'm like, no, they're not going to spend the night. I'm just going to, you know, do my little food delivery thing, and then I'll come back and pick them up. And he was like, is everything okay? I'm like, everything is fine. I'm going to bring them over there, and, you know, I'm going to do my food delivery service that night. He was like, okay. So I drive to Pop Pop's house, and then I'm thinking, I'm just like, my car has a GPS on it. I did tell Darian I was going to the store, and there is a grocery store across from where Pop Pops live. So, and that's the store I always go to anyway. That's my favorite store. So I pull up into the parking lot of the grocery store, parked the car. Jackson looked at me. He said, I thought we was going to Pop Pop's house. And I looked at him. I was like, I just tilted my head and I looked at him. Then he nodded, got out the car. When we got out the car, King and Kayan was trying to walk towards the store. I was like, y'all, come on, let's go this way. and we walked to Pop Pop's house. Because I'm just like, I need these kids to be safe because I'm going to go DoorDash so I can get some money for us to get out of here. I'm finna go DoorDash. So we get to Pop Pop's house. Of course, Pop Pop opened the door, was so excited to see the boys, and they were just, you know, doing their thing. And then he looked at me and was just like, is everything okay? I was like, well, me and Darian, we're kind of like at a rough patch right now. So I'm going to just DoorDash for tonight, you know, to get some money. And he's like, okay, you know, the kids can stay here if you need to, if they need to. I'm like, no, I'm going to come back and get them. I'm just going to DoorDash for the night, you know, do my food delivery service for the night. And he was like, okay, all right, well, we're going to be here. We'll be here. I was like, okay, I'll be back. I'll let you know when I'm coming back. So I run back over to the car. I get in the car. When I get in the car, I'm just thinking, I'm just like, this is going to be the day. This has to be the day. Like, it has to be the day. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep taking these kids on this emotional roller coaster with me either. I gotta do something. Like, something gotta be done. I'm like, I'm a DoorDash, and I'm gonna use the money, stay in the hotel for the night, and just go. And I looked at my account. I had $3,000 in my account at that point. I looked at it. I paid the rent, which was $18.50. Well, actually, it was $19 because of the extra $50 when I paid it through Venmo for interest. So I paid the $1,900 for the rent, and then I put $500 down on a Pepco bill for the house, and then I also paid the car insurance. By the time I got done paying all the bills from my personal account, I had $17 left.